Church Live, we believe that every person plays a role in God's story to restore the beauty to this world. We are people interested in knowing Jesus and actively pursuing ways to integrate our faith into everyday life. Whether you have been a Christian your whole life or simply exploring the idea, we're glad you're here. PCL is a place for you to belong. Today, Emily and I are continuing our conversation on the book Love Does. Last week we talked about the kinds of people God chooses. Ordinary people like you and me. This week we're going to talk about living in a God-sized adventure.
In chapter 20 of Love Does, Bob Goff shares how he takes each of his children on an adventure when they turn 10 years old. He tells the story of the high tea adventure he went on when his daughter turned 10. And he says something really interesting. He writes, "I think a father's job, when it is done best, is to get down on both knees, lean over his children's lives, and whisper, 'Where do you want to go?'" Bob says that he thinks God invites us on that same kind of adventure, not one with rigid schedule, perfectly planned itinerary, but simply an invitation to go after the thing that makes us come alive. He writes, Jesus doesn't invite us on a business trip. Instead, he says, let's go after those things that inspire and challenge you, and let's experience them together.
This paints a picture of a loving, adventurous God, one that puts unique passions in each of us and wants to journey with us as we live those out. There has been so many times I have put God's invitation to a God-sized adventure in the recycle bin. What held me back was my thinking, what I thought about myself and what I thought about God. Fear has always been a big obstacle for me.
I can relate. I felt that same way. But when I learned that I'm not God's servant, I'm his daughter, it changed everything. I can also identify when you say fear held you back from accepting God's invitation to a great adventure. I love how Romans 8:15 tells us the truth about fear. It says, "So you have not received a spirit that makes you fearful slaves. Instead, you've received God's Spirit when he adopted you as his own children, and now we call him Abba, Father." Another scripture I'm reminded of is 2 Timothy 1:7. It said, "God does not give us a spirit of fear, but one of power and love and a sound mind."
That's so encouraging. When we know the truth, it changes everything, doesn't it, Emily?
It does. Yeah. It really does. Knowing that I'm God's daughter makes me think of my own daughter. It's really important to me that she listen and obey me. But you know what? It's also really important to me that she discovers her own passions and her own unique gifts to offer the world. I want to journey with my daughter in this discovery, and my greatest joy will be watching her live that out with passion in her life. How much more does God desire that for you and me?
Mm-hmm. Today's challenge is in two parts. First, we're invited to take a closer look at how we're relating to God. Are we relating to him as his servants or his sons and daughters? The second part is to answer his question for your life. Where do you want to go? What are your passions? What inspires you? At Pursuit Church Live, we not only want to help you discover your passions, but we also want to partner with you as you live them out. This is so exciting to us. Please visit our website to learn more about the tools and the resources we offer. And join our fall boot camp. We're offering to people just like you who are ready to take the next step to fulfilling their purpose in life.
Each day of the month, you will find daily challenges like this one Angela just talked about on Facebook, our app, and our website. We would love to hear how these challenges are changing the way you live and the way you love. This concludes our book club on Love Does. We hope this Be Loved series has been impactful for you. Next week, we'll start our brand new series, and it is all about being bold. You won't want to miss it. Until then, God bless you.